Number one, he's going to try and use Britain and you as part of a giant PR exercise. What he's trying to do, you see, is tell people back at home that he's made America great again. We have to be a counterweight to that. He's going to get all this pomp and ceremony, meeting the Queen, wined and dined, full red carpet treatment and all the rest. Unless we mobilise and protest, he will be able to say to people back home, this was a big triumph, look at how much our closest ally loves and adores me and all the rest.
It's fake, phony.
It will be a very public repudiation which will be broadcast to billions of people across the world of the bigotry, of the racism, of the misogyny, of the hatred that Donald Trump represents. Now, if our government aren't able to show moral leadership, we will show moral leadership instead. Number two, Donald Trump is the figurehead for the radical right, the populist right, the racist right, the fascist right even.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
There's that famous phrase that when America sneezes, Europe catches a cold. Now, that's about the economy, but it also works with politics as well. If you've got somebody with that politics in the White House, then that emboldens similar extreme movements and ideologies, including in this country. Fascists in this country, including Britain First, say they admire and look up to him, and indeed Donald Trump interfered in internal British politics by using his position as the most powerful man on earth to retweet racist videos by the fascist Britain First, giving them a massive international PR boost. This demonstration will be a big pushback against what has been a movement that's been on the march, Donald Trump just being the most striking example ever since the financial crash. Number three, America remains the last superpower on earth. It is a military and economic colossus. Whoever becomes the leader of that superpower, their actions have the greatest possible consequence of any leader on earth. And that's why it's so serious that an extremist with authoritarian tendencies like Donald Trump is now the guy in charge of the nuclear arsenal of that last remaining superpower and has more power on earth than anybody else. Number four, solidarity. That should be something we hold dear. Millions of people, both in America and across the world, are suffering the consequence of Donald Trump's policies. Whether that be trans people who he's attempted to exclude from military service, whether it be the assault on women's reproductive rights, whether it be those kids who've been dragged from the arms of their parents, screaming and locked up in cages, whether it be the Muslims who he's attempted to ban from entering to the United States and whipped up hatred against.
A total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
The struggles we all face in different countries aren't exactly the same, but they are very, very similar, and we're not going to succeed, we're not going to win in our own country alone. We've got to do it internationally. Number five, climate change. Now, climate change is an existential threat to the future of our planet and also to our species. Unfortunately, Donald Trump's administration is riddled with climate change denial. As a consequence, they've marched out of the Paris Agreement, this international agreement, to actually take some action. Not enough action, as it turns out, but nonetheless some action. Donald Trump's administration is a threat to all of us because he is pushing forward policies that will continue to pollute and to destroy the environment of all of us. Number six, war. Now, remember when we went to war in Iraq on a pack of lies?
If we do act, we should do so with a clear conscience and a strong heart.
In alliance with what at the time was an extreme Republican president who had extreme advisors all around him. We've got a guy in the White House who's even worse than that one.
We've just launched 59 missiles heading to Iraq.
Well, you headed to Syria?
Yes, heading toward Syria.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So let's make sure we make that message loud and clear. No to war, no to that disastrous alliance with Donald Trump. Those are my 6 reasons for protesting against Donald Trump, but there are many, many more. I'd love to hear them, so please leave your own ideas about why we should be all out protesting against Donald Trump. But I think it will be a historic day, and Donald Trump, I think, is in for quite a shock, because tens of thousands of people from all backgrounds, from all over the country, are going to take to the streets to stand up against the hatred and the bigotry that Donald Trump epitomises.